we've lost at South Metro, and also honor their families that are here with us this morning. So will everyone please rise as the honor guard and pipes and drums begins the ceremony.
Honor guard! Pipes and drums! Attention! Uniform personnel! Attention! Pipe major! By your command! Then, got the bridge! On the right! Back! Out!
We'd now like to ask Chief Baker, Fire Chief of South Metro, to come up and say a few words. You also may all be seated.
So good morning, and thank you for being with us here today. I want to take a moment and recognize our ceremonial unit, our honor guard and pipes and drums for representing South Metro with such distinction and dedication. We just really appreciate them. They're the best, and just join me in thanking them, please. Some of you may not know, in the first row off to the right is Chief Matt Weller. Chief Weller was just recently promoted about 6 months ago to Deputy Fire Chief. And one of his responsibilities is facilities. So Matt, if you just make a little note after this ceremony to plant a tree right about there, and don't make it something small, make it something big. Maybe that comes up about this high would be lovely. On behalf of myself, our South Metro Board of Directors, and all of our South Metro Fire Rescue family, we're incredibly grateful that you've joined us today for this ceremony. Also want to take some time to recognize that we have an awful lot of special guests here in the audience. I don't have the time to recognize every one of them, but folks from political office and state government, and of course our families of our fallen firefighters, I just appreciate all of you being here. and spending time to recognize the sacrifices that represent the 9 or the 10 names on the wall behind me. Most importantly, I want to express my deepest appreciation for those dear family members of our fallen firefighters. Our heartfelt thanks to all of you for being here, and for those of you that are watching from far away, including Jessie Reisman, daughter of Jeff Christ, whose name is on the wall behind me and is watching from Tennessee. Kathy Darrow, a dear friend of Mike Freeman, who's also honored on the wall. Yesterday, we graduated a recruit class of 19 firefighters, and there were one chief officer, maybe they were both chief officers, I wasn't looking real closely, that were parents of one of our new recruits from Montgomery County, Maryland. And they said, well, we watch all of your videos and we've seen you talk multiple times. So I know that this particular live stream event will be watched by an awful lot of people. So I appreciate that. I appreciate those folks that are attending remotely. So we're here for 2 reasons. First and foremost, we gather to remember and to honor our fallen, the brave individuals who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. We stand together united as we pay tribute to these selfless individuals who dedicated their lives to protecting our communities and ensuring our safety. Secondly, to collectively come together as one family to share stories, fellowship, and remembrance. Honoring these individuals brings us all closer together as one family and continues to solidify the strong ties we will always have with one another. We will forever be woven together and connected. All of the individuals we remember today were cherished family members, cherished friends, and cherished members from our community. They embodied a spirit of service and sacrifice, leaving a lasting impact on the lives that they touched and the memories that they forged. If you had a chance, if you haven't, you should take the opportunity to take a closer look behind me at our line of duty death wall. And also notice that we've had to tragically add names to our memorial over the walls, or a memorial wall over the years, which no fire chief ever wants to do. As I walk by this memorial every day on the way to work, I'm reminded of all of our brothers whose names are etched into this wall. What they gave and the stories they leave behind are constant reminders of the dangers of this job. And if you know any of them, you know the incredible individuals they were, the people that they touched, the lives they saved, and the impacts they made. Many of you know many of you who know me know that I have had some key foundational values over the last 10 years as fire chief, and really over my career, that will never waver. One of those is never forgetting our line of duty death. I'm going to guess that this is for the live stream, so I want to make sure I get it put back up here. All right. Although this will be my last time leading this important day as your South Metro Fire Chief, I can tell you that this value will never waver for me as I go into retirement next year. Many of these individuals on our wall were my friends, and all were part of our South Metro family that I've had the honor of serving for 40 years, more than 40 years now. Today we remember John Cernich Sr., John Wood Sr., George Burton, John Hager, John Elling, Jeff Christ, Eric Sondine, Mike Freeman, Troy Jackson, and Tony Pilato. All of these individuals are an integral part of the foundation of our South Metro family. As we sit here today and recognize the ultimate sacrifice they made, we're faced with the stark reality of the toll that the fire service can have on people and on families. But despite these risks that we all face in this profession, remembering these individuals is also a reminder of why we do it. We do it because we're called to. We do it to serve. We do it because of our love of the fire service. And we do it so that we can take care of our people on their worst days. And it's clear that sometimes this comes at a great cost. If you look behind me, you'll also see a new 9/11 memorial that we'll be dedicating later this year. Behind me is a piece of metal from one of the actual towers that fell some 23 years ago. Over 3,000 people died that day, including 343 firefighters. This artifact serves as a stark reminder of the firefighters who gave their lives on that tragic day, and symbolizes the enduring spirit of service and sacrifice that defines our profession. It stands as a testament to the bravery and heroism of all firefighters, and it ensures those who have paid the ultimate price will never be forgotten. The fire service has changed over the decades. It is in constant transition following lessons learned by those who have come before us and our steadfast commitment to always strive to make it better for those who come after us. These individuals are a testament to why it is important we never forget them and all they did for the fire service, our community, our organization, and their beloved families. To the families who are left behind and who are sitting here today and watching from afar, we can't begin to comprehend the void that your loved ones have left in your lives. We stand beside you, offering our support and eternal gratitude. Please know that your loved ones will never be forgotten and their legacy will live on. We are forever grateful and indebted to all of you and to them. Service before self is a powerful motto that emphasizes the importance of prioritizing the needs of others ahead of personal interests or desires. It signifies a dedication to serving the greater good and making positive impact on the world. And by embodying this principle, individuals demonstrate their commitment to selflessness, compassion, and the betterment of their community and this organization. John Cernich Sr., John Wood Sr., George Burton, John Hager, John Elling, Eric Sondine, Jeff Christ, Mike Freeman, Troy Jackson, and Tony Pilato paid this ultimate sacrifice and absolutely embodied this motto of service before self. Today we reaffirm our commitment to honor their memory, and may we continue to carry on their legacy and remember and honor their lives for generations to come. May we never forget their ultimate sacrifice. Well, this was supposed to be the end of my prepared remarks, but if you've ever been to anything where I've spoke, you know that sometimes I might go off script a little bit. So just for a minute or two, I'm going to go off script. Last night, I had the honor of swearing in 19 recruit firefighters. 2 of them were already South Metro Fire family members. The daughter of our operations chief and the son of one of our engineers. And my commitment to those 2 officers from Montgomery, Maryland, the mom and dad of one of those recruits, was that I would do my best in the next 11 months to make sure that their name was never on this wall, and that our organization had values and a dedication to that was unwavering. So I asked myself the question when I was driving home from that event: are we doing everything we can do to ensure none of the families that came to celebrate their loved one's academy graduation don't end up as names on this wall? So there's 9 names on the wall. 6 individuals that died from job-related cancer. 3 individuals that died from cardiac issues as a result of performing their jobs. And 1 individual that died in a building collapse in September of 1989, Captain John Hager. And the result of that building collapse, resulted in an after-action report and a lot of meaningful changes in the fire service and at South Metro to make sure that that never happened again. So I do take some comfort that South Metro is recognized as a beacon in the fire service for our efforts to promote firefighter health, safety, and wellness. We invest several $1 million a year supporting the most robust wellness division in the fire service, regardless of the size of fire department. Thank you, Board of Directors. What are we doing to address cardiac? One thing I wanted to share with you this morning is that we're leading the fire service in implementing cardiac CT scans for all of our firefighters. We do a great job reacting to firefighter cardiac issues, but we haven't done a great job proactively in identifying them before they occur. And out of 141 firefighters so far that have had cardiac CT scans out of a population of about 650, we've had 9 individuals that have went in for stints almost immediately following their cardiac CT scans. Some of them with significant enough blockages in their LAD, which is not affectionately called the widowmaker, that they were 90 or over 90% occluded in an LAD, which would have resulted certainly in a heart attack, a cardiac arrest at some point in time. Had we had that program in place, I'm certain that individuals like Pete's dad, like Jim Drummond, John Wood, individuals that have suffered on duty. We've had engineers, Larry Maggio, that had a significant cardiac event. and Nick Gravina, who, by the grace of God, is still working with us, but certainly we didn't think would survive his incident. So those 9 individuals, I think we've made a significant impact. There's no other fire department in the United States that's doing this, not a one. And I want to acknowledge that our board of directors supported this program. It's not inexpensive. It's upwards of $1 million. I feel like with a line of duty death wall behind me, it's silly to talk about ROI or return on investment. But for some of you in elected office, I just will. So a cardiac arrest for someone like Nick Gravina probably costs our organization $500,000 by the time you figure the cost. We're self-insured, and the additional cost of replacing that individual online while they rehab through that event. And that doesn't even take into consideration the cost to their family and the organization in other ways, other soft costs. So imagine that we've averted 2 of those. Well, we've already paid for the cost of the program. What about fireground operations and collapse? Well, this year we will have achieved a decades-long goal of 4-person staffing across the organization on our last 3 fire apparatus. That has been a goal of mine as an operations chief and as your fire chief. I'm really delighted to be able to retire with that goal in place. What are we doing with cancer? 6 of our firefighters have passed away from job-related cancer, many of their family members here today recognizing their ultimate sacrifice. Well, sleep disorders and sleep deprivation are endemic in the fire service. We've invested several $1 million to address this in facility improvements and mental health initiatives like brain mapping and our in-house neurofeedback program. So where are we at? Well, our board of directors, we just went on a retreat, little mini retreat a couple of days ago, and they're always challenging our executive team to do more and to do better and to do it better. So here's where I have a challenge to my fellow fire chiefs. I know a lot of you will be watching this event on live stream. It's amazing. When we signed our CBA last Monday night, the week before, most of the other firefighters in our neighboring jurisdictions already had copies of it. They'd already put together schedules of the benefits before our people even had an opportunity to look at it and vote on it. So that's the wonder of social media, and South Metro is exceptional at social media. So I know that there'll be fire chiefs that are watching this. So here's my challenge to you. Your next South Metro fire chief, challenge to he or her. Our board of directors, our exceptional executive team, and our exceptional local 2086 executive board, and you and our South Metro community, we can do better. As residents of South Metro Fire Rescue, my wife Denise and I pay the lowest property tax for fire service in the state of Colorado for the best career fire service in the state of Colorado. Most of you know we're an ISO 1. That's the best you can be rated for Insurance Service Office. We're also accredited through the Center for Public Safety Excellence. There's only 13 fire departments in the United States and Canada that are ISO 1 and accredited, and South Metro is one of those. That's the best there is at the lowest mill levy rate. Well, I'm going to be retired in about 11 months and on a fixed income. And Denise and I would be happy to pay more if it was necessary to reduce the work week of our men and women from 56 hours to 48 hours or less. An initiative our board and executive team and Local 2086 is committed to evaluating as part of the CBA we just recently signed this last Monday. Hours worked is exposure, and exposure equals risk, and risk equals, unfortunately, another name on the wall behind me. And sleep deprivation is the common denominator in every single cause of firefighter death and disability. So right now we're currently evaluating a whole body cancer screening process that is the last piece of our robust wellness initiative, and we're also evaluating over the next 6 years moving to a lesser work week. For you fire chiefs out there that say, well, that's easy to do because South Metro is really well funded. Well, that's true. We are really well funded. It's also true we have the lowest mill levy rate in the state of Colorado for career fire service that offers the largest fire-based EMS response system in the state of Colorado, and one of the largest, and I think the best in the United States. But we weren't always the best funded. And when we've merged fire departments in 2008, we reduced the mill levy to citizens in the Parker Fire Protection District from 13.978 down to 9.25. And when we merged with Cunningham Fire Protection District, we reduced their mill levy down from 14.5 down to 9.25. So we've been responsible stewards with public funds. I believe it's time for our public to be responsible stewards of our firefighters' lives and health and fitness and wellness. So for you fire chiefs out there that complain that it's difficult to fit that into your budget, I will tell you, you're not trying hard enough. And I don't know what it's worth to you to not have another name on your wall, but I'm not paying it. I'll certainly authorize it through our board of directors to pay $1 million for cardiac CT scans that I believe likely saved the lives of at least 2 or 3 of those men already. We could do better, and you can do better. So I'm going to leave you with these words from George Hahn. I never dreamed it would be. See, somebody's enthusiastic about my speech today. I never dreamed it would be, the badge no longer on my chest, my name for all eternity. I sleep now in eternal rest. Recorded here at this hallowed place, my sword I pass to those behind. Alas, my name, no more my face, and pray they keep this thought in mind. In the line of duty, I hear them say, I never dreamed it would be me. My family now the price will pay, and with every heavy heart and bended knee. My folded flag stained with their tears, I ask for all here from the past. We only had those few short years. Dear God, let my name be the last. Thank you for being here.
Engine 16, water shut off. Scene, West Alamo Place and South King Street. Engine 16, water shut off.
Attention all companies, stand by for a special announcement. Attention all personnel. Today, June 22nd, 2024, we gather together as one to remember those individuals that made the ultimate sacrifice for the citizens of South Metro Fire and the communities that we serve. We honor them today and every day by continuing with our mission that is now embodied by the lessons learned from those fateful days. To the families of the fallen, we stand with you. To our fallen, we will never forget. We will continue to have the watch. Dispatch is clear, 1124.
The men and women of today's fire service are confronted with a more dangerous work environment than ever before. We are forced to continually change our strategies and tactics to accomplish our tasks. Our methods may change, but our goals remain the same as they were in the past: to save lives and to protect property, sometimes at a terrible cost. This is what we do. This is our chosen profession. This is the tradition of the firefighter. The fire service of today is ever-changing, but steeped in traditions 200 years old. One such tradition is the sounding of the bell. In the past, as firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of that day's shift. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell, which summoned these brave souls to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow man. And when the fire was out and the alarm had come to an end, it was the bell that signaled to all the completion of that call. When a firefighter had died in the line of duty, paying the supreme sacrifice, it was the mournful toll of the bell that solemnly announced our comrade's passing. We utilize these traditions as symbols which reflect and honor and respect to those who have given so much and who have served so well. To symbolize the devotion that these brave souls had for their duty, a special signal of 3 rings, 3 times each, represents the end of our comrades' duties and that they will be returning to quarters. And so, to those who have selflessly given their lives for the good of their fellow man, their tasks completed, their duties well done, To our comrades, their last alarm, they are going home.
Reset. Arms. Order. Arms.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Hulley. I'm one of the lieutenants and line chaplains with South Metro Fire Rescue. As with Chief Baker, I think I've only been in the fire service here at South Metro for about 12 years. And I sometimes wonder, I think I've been a part of too many times that song has been played. With that, I have the pleasure of doing the benediction here today. Please bow your head with me in prayer. God, we thank you for the individuals we're honoring today who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our citizens and our community. We take time today to honor and remember each one of them and the legacy they've left behind. We come around the families and friends who are living in the wake of their loved ones passing. We grieve with them. We retell the stories and share the memories we have. And we remember their impact on all of us. I ask that you pour out your favor and blessing on each and every family here who has been directly impacted by a loved one's passing. Would you renew their strength, overwhelm them with with your peace, and ignite their hearts with a renewed sense of hope in this season. We look forward with hopeful anticipation to the good things you have in store for each one of us here. Although we don't always know or understand the why, we trust you in the midst. As your word says, you draw near to the brokenhearted. So we thank you for that promise and we receive your comfort. God bless the men and women serving today. Give them provision and safety in their continued watch. In your name we pray. Amen.
This concludes our ceremony. We want to thank everyone for coming out. A quick logistical item, we do have food and beverages in the back. We ask that you feel free to please stay and have fellowship with families and loved ones. And just a reminder that as today we honor all that we've lost here at South Metro, we also honor the families that are here with us and those that are watching. We will never forget. You have our commitment. Will everyone please stand while honor guard and pipes and drums are released and uniformed personnel are dismissed.